Yo, what? It's the Lace Roms crew, what? It's the Lace Roms crew. 1 2 1 2, what it do? It's your boy Skeetersteve, and welcome to another episode of Lace Roms for the culture and by the culture. Man, how y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing, man? It feels good to be back with y'all, man. A lot has went down, upon the week, man. We just finished up WRESTLEMANIA in the city, which was super duper dope. You know what I'm saying? And then also, too, Kendrick has finally started the GNX tour, man. And he would be hitting the city here May 31st, man. But before we get all into that good stuff on today's episode, I repeat, Lace Roms has a Patreon. Lace Roms has a Patreon, man. And like what I said with the Patreon, the first 3 months is going to be free, and after that it's going to be $5 though. But with the $5, you're getting album reviews, you're getting discussion panels, you're getting all of these good things, man. So, if you can support Dutch Bros, Starbucks, even a gym, go ahead and support your boy, man. It'll be for a good and great cause, man, to help me to build and continue to build this community and this hip-hop culture that we love so dearly. And I just love doing this for y'all, man, though. But I just want to just say thank you. Y'all go ahead and support. Man, oh, man. We have a lot to talk about today, man. Definitely have a lot to talk about. And you know what, man? It feels good to be back up in here with y'all, man. So, it was a lot that went on. You know what I'm saying? WrestleMania, Kendrick kicking off his tour, and also, too, man, shout out to that boy, Ryan Coogler, man. Sinners is really going up in the theaters, like right now. His movie is going up in the theaters right now, man. But whenever y'all get some time to check that out, man. But no further ado, man, let's get it all into this good stuff, man, on today's episode, man, though. And the way, I shouted out Ryan Coogler, but it's only right, man. So Ryan Coogler was in an interview, and he was asked about, Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? And in regards of how everything came about. And so, they deep diving into the questions. And then next thing you know, they asked him, how did the soundtrack come about? And Ron Coogler was saying that Kendrick and them was only supposed to do one song, and they had a whole damn album.
Oh, my God.
So Ryan Coogler, explained on Kendrick Lamar making the Black Panther soundtrack, and I think, to me, honestly, one of the greatest soundtracks in the last decade that we have gotten. Let's just be for real. Let's just be honest about that. The Black Panther soundtrack for the first Black Panther movie was cracking. So, in the interview, James had asked him for sure, when the Black Panther came out, that ish was a movement, which it was a movement where you knew it was bigger than the movie. Coogler said, to be honest with you, LeBron, it was one of my great regrets. I was so young while we were making it and so stressed out. I didn't appreciate what was happening, man. There were a few moments where I was all like, oh, man, this shit is getting crazy. As he's laughing. For instance, Kendrick Lamar was supposed to do a song. So him and Dave Free came by, watch a bit of the footage, and then bounced. Then a few weeks later, they hit me back, hey, man, come listen to the music. They had a whole damn album. And each song had a reference to the movie. And I was like, man, this nigga just wrote this. And then on set, Chadwick Boseman was doing incredible work every day. Mike was doing incredible work every day. But I didn't appreciate the moment. And that was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where he said, where he was so young and just being so stressed out. Because we knew Marvel was peaking around that time. And when we first saw Black Panther in the Civil War movie, we knew the movie was coming. And let's just be real, before the movie had came out, we had so much high expectations for that. So, man, Ryan Coogler knew the pressure was on for him, most definitely. And so when he asked Kendrick to do one song and then they turn around, give him a whole body of work, a soundtrack, which was phenomenal, super phenomenal. Going from the intro to the joint with 2 Chainz and Schoolboy Q, I Am with Georgia Smith, Seasons with Mozzie and Reason, Paramedic with Hit Boy and SOB, which was one of my favorite, the joint with with Kendrick and Vince Staples and the dude from Africa with the "You're dead to me, you're dead to me." That joint was fire. And then the joint with Kendrick and The Weeknd, All the Stars with SZA, Big Shot, Kendrick and Travis, one of my favorites. Emotional, 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 emotional. You know what I'm saying though? But man, like for him to have all that pressure and still deliver a great body of work, and let's just be honest, so man, like out of the whole Marvel catalog, like yeah, Black Panther is top 10, top 5, or even preferably top 3. Like best movies of all time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then just to have that body of work to go with it, man, phenomenal. And for y'all, I keep saying this. Y'all keep saying Kendrick took a 5-year hiatus. No, he didn't, because the Black Panther soundtrack came out in 2018. 2018. Whether you want to count it or not. But I count it because, for one, he was an executive producer on there, and he was everywhere on that album. Like I just said, another track that I forgot the name, King's Dead with J-Rock and Future. He was all over that album. I mean, over that soundtrack. My bad, soundtrack. So if you're counting Black Panther, 19, 20, 21, and Miss Morale came out in 2022. So, I consider it 4. Y'all, if y'all want to consider it 5, hey, it could be 5. It don't matter though, man. But I mean, this body of work of that soundtrack to go with one of the greatest movies in the last decade that we got was really phenomenal, man. And that was just dope. Ryan Coogler explaining that, man. So shout out to Ryan Coogler for that, man. All right. Next up, Mr. Carter himself, Lil Wayne, has opened up about the album, The Carter 6, the drama surrounding his Super Bowl halftime snub, and the host of other topics in a rare interview that, he was asked in the Rolling Stones, And he had confirmed that a lot of cameos is going to be made in this album of guests including Miley Cyrus, U2, Bono, opera singer Andrea Bocelli, and the project also too will feature as well Machine Gun Kelly, Elephant Man, his 15-year-old son Cameron, and then behind some of the boards is going to includes Wyclef Jean, Weezy, and possibly a Kanye West.
Oh my God!
And we know the name of the album is The Carter 6. But let me ask y'all a question. It's 2025. Are we really going to be checking for The Carter 6? Let's just be real. I want to be honest. Yes, he has a lot of cameos, but this is not going to sound like a ordinary rap album. Don't get me wrong. Wayne can rap. He can really rap. But I'm just trying to figure out, what route he's trying to take at this, since, he's, having Miley Cyrus, U2, Bono on here, Machine Gun Kelly, and Elephant Man. So I'm trying to figure out what type of route he's trying to take, though. But let's just be honest, man. Y'all, I want to know out there for y'all. It's 2025. Are we checking for Lil Wayne, or better yet, are we checking for a Carter 6 album? Let's just be real about that, because in my personal opinion, I mean, I'm not here for it. I mean, we are supposed to respect the legendary acts, and I do, and I love my legendary acts. I love my OGs, though, but for a Carter 6, I'm not really here for it, because should have put that name to rest. Because, I mean, when you think about it, he really haven't thought of any original name for an album in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Carter 4, Carter 5, and then now Carter 6. Like, to me, I'm like,
Take it off.
Nah, bruh.
Take it off.
And it's just, it's whack to me. It is really, really whack to me, to get an album and to name the album The Carter 6. And I don't know, man. I want to know y'all opinion in them comments, and let me know, am I doing too much, or are we really checking for the Carter 6 though? Because I mean, just with everything that went on, where he felt like he got snubbed for the Super Bowl, and then also him saying he didn't know, not like us, was a diss song towards Drake. Like, really? Really? You didn't know Not Like Us was a diss song towards Drake. I be so sick of you niggas. I mean, for real. Like, for real. But nonetheless, the album will be dropping. I'm gonna just be honest, like the beginning of the summer. So we're gonna get the Carter 6 June 6th. So I mean, hopefully it delivers. You know what I'm saying? And Wayne, hopefully you can prove me wrong, man, because I mean, I'm not here for it. I mean, you have loyal fans that's out there, you know, that's gonna be checking for it though. But it's just for me, I'm not here for it, man. Like that's just my whole takedown on it, man. Though, but before we get up out of here, man, the last and not least, man, like what I just said, man, we had a lot going on in the city, man, and WrestleMania, man. Woo-wee. If you're not a WWE fan, I suggest you become one. I mean, WrestleMania wasn't bad. It definitely has its ups and its downs. So, but just a week leading up into WrestleMania was phenomenal. Like very, 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 very phenomenal. And you know, every year Wale does this thing called walemania, where you know he has different artists, different wrestlers come up on there, you know, have a discussion panel and everything. So I mean, it was dope though. But Wale even have said, you know, when he did the Wale Mania here in Las Vegas, he said towards the end of Wale, he said this will be the last Wale Mania.
Oh, you know, my God!
Ending its WrestleMania tradition as it hits a 10-year milestone. You know, he took to Twitter, and you know, ahead of this event, which was being presented by Netflix, the DMV native announced its conclusion. This will be the final Wale Mania. He wrote 10 years, a lot of memories. Thank you to everyone who has showed up and showed out. Responding to the people congratulating him, he added a labor of love, my brother, hell of a run. And anybody who been paying attention knew this was inevitable, and this is the last hurrah. And when I say Wale is a huge wrestling fan, he is definitely a huge wrestling fan. And honestly, like, man, I think WWE should make him an ambassador, you know, over there for the company because, I mean, a lot of people that loves hip-hop also love wrestling, though, but just to see how hip-hop is making it into the wrestling arenas and everything and having that crossover, it's amazing. And just even on both networks, WWE and AEW, you know what I'm saying? From people from, like, Metro Boomin, Bow Wow, West Side Gun, Rick Ross, like, you know, just between AEW and WWE, like seeing, like, you know, a lot of more hip hop people showing up to these wrestling events is dope though. But let's just be real. A lot of our favorite hip hop artists and people that we love in this culture so much dearly, they always been wrestling fans. Like, we all been wrestling fans as a kid. So just to see that, you know, WWE and AEW allowing, like, you know, things of hip hop culture to be brought into their house and people receiving it very, very well, man. It is phenomenal, like very, very phenomenal. And this is just only the beginning of many things that we're going to be witnessing and going to be seeing, like, within the future. Because I mean, look at Wale, you know, with the whole Wale Mania thing, and then I'm seeing Westside Gunn doing his little shows out here too in Las Vegas during the whole WrestleMania week, which was super dope though. So to see wrestling and hip hop going hand in hand and joining forces to bring, like, you know, dope things for the culture, discussion panels, and just us seeing wrestlers that we like and admire, you know, in the ring, taking pictures, shaking hands, and then seeing them being fans of the culture is super dope though. And one that really shocked the heck out of me is Randy Orton, the Viper. The Viper, in an interview not too long ago that I seen, the Viper love him some Gorilla. Some Gorilla and Sexy Red. And you know what? I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying though? But these are things where it's like where hip hop it's just attracting different avenues where people always had that attention but never put it on the forefront. So just to see that with the wrestling and the hip hop go hand in hand is super dope. But then again, like, you know, like I said, it always been there. Even like in the early 2000s. I remember I had bought this CD, and yeah, I'm showing my age right now. Hey, let me know in them comments if y'all remember the WWF Aggression album, where a lot of the rappers were doing the covers of a theme of wrestlers' theme songs, like, you know, The Big Show, Mac 10 did that. The Method Man did the Rock theme song. Dub C and Snoop Dogg did Stone Cold theme song. Run DMC did DX. The King of Rock who? The King of Rock what? Man, I mean, that album was dope. And, you know, Ice-T did The Godfather. Pimpin' ain't easy, man. Man, making me bring back memories, dog. But man, y'all let me know in them comments, man, if y'all definitely remember those joints, man. Like definitely for real, man. But again, man, Wale, thank you for the services, man. Thank you for the 10 years that you have done. Like, you know, that your hard work ain't gonna go unnoticed, man. But also too, man, before we move on, man, let's give it up to Wale, man, because he has been making moves and he's been doing things, man. We got an album coming from him. You know, he just ended the walemania, and then don't forget, we got a sneaker collab that's coming with Wale too as well. You know, from Nike. So I mean, it's super dope, man. But you know, y'all let me know in them comments. Let me know, man. You know, Black Panther being one of the greatest movies and soundtracks of this decade. Also, too, are we checking for Wayne? Are we checking for the Carter 6? Let's just be real about that. And then, you know, thank you, Wale, with the whole walemania and everything, man. So, I mean, this is super dope, though. So, y'all let me know in them comments, man, how y'all feeling about, you know, commentary of the culture, you know? All right. It's about that time. Let's move on, man. Woo. Hey, the WNBA has been making a lot of noise. And we know they still got they got a lot of work to do, though. But, man, when I say that fan base is growing, that fan base is growing. And even college basketball fan base is growing. But also, too, man, Asia Wilson, South Carolina finest. And I love the fact how she rep Vegas and put Vegas on her back. Like, it's really her second home, and I respect that, man. But, man, she did an early drop of this sneaker, but only in the city here in Vegas, which was super dope. And she signed some autographs, but the sneaker will be dropping May 6th, and it's going to retail at $110. And we are talking about Asia Wilson's debut sneaker from Nike, A1, the Pink Aurora. Man, and when I say this sneaker is fire, this sneaker is dumb fire. I love that. Love it, man. I love it. So Nike A1 signature basketball shoe is designed to deliver the comfort and versatility required by one of the greatest players in the world, offering Asia Wilson, other elite athletes and fans the game of an optimal combination of the cushion, traction, and fit and support. You know, accompanying of the silhouette signature appeal for the adults that kids that offer a bold, refined aesthetic, the A1 slide that invites the athletes to unwind comfort and style. And like I said, man, this is a super dope pink sneaker. I want to say, like, you know, I love the blends between the pink. It got a little dark pink and a hyper pink, though. But overall, this sneaker is just phenomenal and amazing. And will I rock it? Is it a cop? Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
I said what I said. This sneaker is a pure freaking cop. It is dope. This sneaker is very undeniable. And when it hits worldwide, yes, it's definitely going to sell out because, I mean, when they did an early release here in Las Vegas and a couple of the retail stores, man, they sold out just like that fast, literally. And she was in there, you know, signing autographs with her fine self, man. Yeah, man, yeah. Asia's fine. Yeah, I said it. I said what I said though, man. But I mean, this is super dope for another female athlete, to have her own signature shoe line. We go as far back as the days of, Nike, Cheryl Swoop having her own sneaker and a few other ladies, back in the day, they having their own sneaker line. So it's just really just carrying the tradition, and then also to continue to push women's basketball and women's sports culture forward. So Nike, yeah, I respect y'all on this. So, and I believe that this sneaker is definitely going to sell out for sure. So man, y'all let me know in them comments, man. Like, is this sneaker a cop or drop? Because preferably to me, in my opinion, it is definitely a cop for sure, you know. And it don't even matter. Yeah, she a woman, but I mean, that shouldn't stop us from rocking a woman sneaker, because some people have their reserves and everything about it though. But I mean, hey man, I'm here for it, and it's definitely a game changer. And then, well, like I said, that hyper pink is gonna go well for in the summer, for this upcoming summer. But also too, man, I'll rock that mug in the fall and in the winter too, man. Find something super smooth to go with it, man. And I ain't gonna front. I've been a fan of that hyper pink, because as y'all see, your boy got those hyper pink gel Kayano 14s, and the hyper pink Nike racers. You know what I'm saying? That silhouette, super dope though. So I always been a fan of that color, man. So I mean, definitely the Asia A1s is definitely a cop, man. So y'all let me know in them comments too as well. Is this a cop or a drop? Let me know. All right. Check the rhyme. We are here. We are definitely here, man. And we had some releases. And you know what? This week wasn't bad though, man. So I mean, Wu-Tang dropped their album. The Loaded Deluxe, they dropped, had a deluxe version of that. My man Toby Lou dropped. Andre Lawrence dropped. A few others though, but we're going to get into the ones that definitely stand out. And first up, man, coming from, the Brooklyn, NY, and I was just on New York's, y'all know I was on New York's head, about a couple weeks ago, when I did that episode on, how 50 Cent killed New York hip hop on the Lace Rhymes channel. Y'all can go check that out. And I just said, New York need a little shape up and need to do something, man. So, man, shout out to my boys over there at Generation Now, especially my boy Willie Joe, man. He's an A&R at Generation Now, man. And Generation Now has been doing some great things, man. Artists over there like, Jack Harlow, La Tyler, Scheme, and now a part of the team of Generation Now, Kai Cash, and dropping its mixtape, Cash Rules. Cash Rules has 10 tracks, 24 minutes long, and he definitely has some standouts on there. You know what I'm saying? My Train of Thought, and then after My Train of Thought was the opener, we get into Handsome Hustler. This was a great setting the tone of the mixtape.
Yeah, I need more than a hand to say who I'm better than. New crib ain't settled in, all time high, this a heavy strain. Raw nigga probably cure shitty pure medicine. Went from underdog to the dog, out the kennel. He the boss that respect the intern in the middleman.
And then Mentally Unstable, you see it. Cartier Santos, Chew, Trife Life, What You Want, MONEY, acronym, and Prime. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna front. This was a super solid listen, and it was something very, very different. Something that was out of the norm. And not only that though, it definitely gave me those East Coast vibes, man. But I mean, for this to be like, a mixtape, which was super dope, and so so the world can get familiar with him. And this is like, for me, for first, seeing Generation Now travel outside Atlanta and grabbing somebody from the East Coast. That's super dope though. So I definitely respect that aspect too, man. They always trying to find another new actor they could put on, and having that sound for that ear. But I mean, overall, man, I love the fact that it was short, simple, and sweet. And not only that, though, it's a great introduction. It's not too long, but it's definitely just right. Out of the 10 songs, I'm definitely rocking with about a good solid 6. And, scale to 1 to 10, I'll give this an 8. I mean, I'm not mad at it. And for this to be like, an introduction, for me, this is an introduction for me. So I don't know if he had previous projects that was out, but this was a great way, for me to get introduced to Kai Cash, man. And I think it was dope, though. So Cash Rules is dope, though, man. So y'all go ahead and check it out, man. Y'all won't be disappointed. All right. Moving on. This was one of the ones that was anticipated. And I listened to it. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. And he's been working for like the last year and a half, too. He bodied the response where he came at Joey Badass when Joey Badass was like, dissing the West Coast when he had that too much West Coast dick licking line. And then, got on a song with, Pusha T. Was out there doing this thing, and then he dropped a couple of songs here and there. But now we are here. We are here with the debut album of Top Dogs Entertainment, Ray Vaughn, The Good, The Bad, and The Dollar Menu. You know what I'm saying? And, we all know TDE is just a super phenomenal label, and they always have a great sounding ear for talent. So for them to put all this time and effort and work into Ray Vaughn, and we get here now to The Good, The Bad, and The Dollar Menu, we are definitely here. 11 songs, 42 minutes. Sweet. They're getting straight to the point. So we start off with the intro, The Flockers, Remorse. Was a nice smooth intro. But when I say the tone got set with the Triple X T joint. And when I say the Triple X T joint, oh my God, it definitely set the tone for the album. For sure.
Yeah. Run. Hey, I'm at a high level of niggatry right now. I should. Look, Triple XLT, 05, snotty nose little nigga. Name Vine, Long Beach, one rule. Don't die, drugs or the family members don't buy. Mama was a drug dealer, no lie. Car full of dope, playing Baby J Blige. Niggas don't like me, tough crowds, get straight to it though. Fuck trials, I still be in Bixby's, going like.
Talking about setting the tone, he definitely set the tone with that joint. And then after that, we get into Dollar Menu, which was solid. Flat Shasta was solid with Ashley on. And if y'all don't know what a Shasta soda is, man, y'all wouldn't understand, man. That's just something like, hood stuff, man. Even though the soda was cheap, though, but it's still good. Mad good. Even though it got that sugar in it, though, but it was good. 3 p.m. at Diaries. East Chat with Isaiah Rashad. That was one of the singles that he put out, which was dope and phenomenal. Clown Dance with J-Rock was dope. Look at God with La Russell was smooth. And then this is another one. When I got to this, I loved it because it was just smooth, settled tone, and it got a vibe. Janky Moral Compass with Samara Sin and Sydney Leona. This was amazing.
Feels like I'm running, yeah, straight towards nothing, yeah. Maybe I broke it, my moral compass, yeah. When I drop past Polly with no more good mornings, yeah. Gotta pick myself up, cause I can feel me falling. I ain't on my way, till I had to pick myself up. Till I had to pick myself up. I ain't on my way, till I had to pick myself up. Till I had to pick myself up.
I don't know my own strength, right? Yeah, you get life or you live life. Yeah, a pity party on my calendar. Yeah, but how the fuck I get an invite? Yeah, I put my demons in the front row. Yeah, whenever something don't sit right. Yeah, I could've died in a plane crash, but I got too many missed flights. Please don't wake.
Fire. And then after that, you get to Miles Away from Heaven And then the album closed out on Suburban Kids. Like, you know. Did it live up to the hype? I think it did. I really think it did. And I enjoyed the album because, for one, Ray Vaughn, he could really rap his ass off, dog. Like, his lyrical ability is top tier. So my thing is, man, now that the album is out, the album just needs to get that push now. I mean, he dropped songs, but now need to get that push and now need to go on that run. You know what I'm saying? You know, hitting these different podcasts, these different radio stations, man. Ray Vaughn, like, I'm rooting for you, dog. Like, you're one of them ones, and I definitely like your flow. I always admire the flow and the lyricism, man. But I'm kind of mad at you because you did not put Ray Wap on this album. And Ray Wap is one of my joints. If y'all never heard Ray Wap, super far, man. I'm gonna play a little snippet for y'all for that, man. And I felt like this should have been on the album because it's a vibe. It's a bop too.
Shoo. I'm prepared for the beef, it's the Ray Whopper. Put my bitch in Olive Garden, tennis chain pasta, 17 boppers, call me Big Papa. I'm that nigga in my backyard, I bring shots. Woke up, got my daughter's nuggets straight from Mickey D's. Turn around, went and put them nuggets in my Q&E. Fuck cops, LAPD always told a nigga free. Strong arm robberies, going out like Hercules. Good Lord, did his big one when he made me knuckle sandwich in my city limits. How you shake teeth, cookbooks, better know the recipe to...
That should have been on the album too. Ray Vaughn, I'm mad that y'all didn't put that on the album though, but I can understand, man. Like, you know, so shout out to you, man. And y'all need to check out that album, man. The Good, the Bad, and the Dollar Menu. Again, scale 1 to 10, like, you know what I'm saying. I give it about an 8. You know, it was like, you know, out of the songs, I definitely did like 5 of the songs out of you know, out of the whole playlist, which wasn't bad though, you know. And again, like, you know, I love the versatility and for this to be his debut album, it's super dope. And I believe that, you know, it's going to go up for him, man, and he can only get better and better and better from this though, man. But again, man, we had a lot of releases other than them two, like what I said, the veterans, Wu-Tang, they had dropped an album. So I'm going to definitely get to that though, because, you know, you got to respect the OGs and you got to show love and you got to check them out though. But man, we are coming to a close, man. Like, for real, man. But I enjoyed this with y'all, man. Like, you know, this episode, man. But also, too, man, thank y'all for running it up. You know, we almost close to that 5K on YouTube. And y'all been showing up and showing out in them comments, man. Hey, y'all really showed out on that Dave East video I did, man. And I couldn't believe a lot of the comments, man. Y'all saying that Dave East is not the one. That was crazy. Crazy though, man. But I love the interactions that y'all doing, man, though. So, I mean, I respect that, man. But again, man, you can follow us on IG, LaceRoms _ media. TikTok LaceRoms, you know what I'm saying? YouTube LaceRoms, Rumble LaceRoms, Podbay, iHeart, Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud. You name it, we own it. You name it, we own it. But man, no, I enjoy myself with y'all, man. No, but until then, man, this your boy Skeeter Steve. LaceRoms for the culture, by the culture. We out. Peace.